You're listening to the Marne Report.
Good day and welcome to the Marne Report, where we, throughout the year, will cover various topics of community interest. I'm your host, Pat Young. Today we want to discuss the efforts addressing our installation housing and barracks, if we have an opportunity to. With us are Doug Delzeith, with the Director of Public Works and Housing, and BBC Community Manager Cheryl Sutton. The Army has been working on addressing issues across the United States, and here at Fort Stewart, the 3rd Infantry Division, Garrison, and BBC have been active in their approach for quality assurance. Doug, I hope you don't mind leading us off. What's the latest in DPW housing initiatives?
Pat, we've got several initiatives that we're implementing right now in the Residential Community Initiatives, our RCI office. The first thing we're doing is plussing up personnel or manpower so that we can better assess the communities that we do service. Secondly, we're developing work order assessment processes and procedures to better track completion and status of work orders. And finally, we're embellishing our self-help programs that we have both in housing and in the barracks. All of this, of course, is to make our housing experience better for our families and soldiers that live on Fort Stewart and Army Airfield.
Outstanding. You've increased your staff?
Yes, we have. We've increased our staff. We have added, since the beginning of this housing crisis, we've added 4 permanent GS9 personnel to support us. They're quality assurance personnel, and we also have 5 members from the garrison that come and support us as borrowed manpower. They'll continue to work with us until we can fulfill the other applications we have for additional permanent full-time staff. And we expect that to be done in the next couple of months. But our staff is about 9 personnel directed specifically for the housing assessment mission.
So y'all have do inspections, and do y'all educate people?
Yes, we do. We do a myriad of inspections. They fall into the facets that are outlined in the fragmentary order we received from Fort Bragg earlier this year. Our requirement, of course, is to assess, physically check, and walk through each home using the income development assessment worksheet that our families getting ready to move into. We call those change of occupancy assessments. So every home that a soldier's getting ready to move into, our team assesses that along with a Belfer Beatty leasing agent. Secondly, we are required to assess 100% of all the emergency work orders that are called in for Fort Stewart-Hunter Airfield. I'll put that in perspective number-wise in a few minutes. And then finally, what we have to do is we have to follow up with calls, a callback process for 5% of all the routine and urgent work orders that take place throughout the installation. Now, to put that in perspective, since April, when we really started this assessment program, we've done over 550 change of occupancy assessments.
Wow.
And we've done over 900 emergency work order assessments and over 400 callback assessments. So the numbers are rather large, but it just shows you that the garrison has their eyes and ears on what's happening in our housing area to ensure quality housing.
That's seemed like y'all are very, very busy.
They're keeping us busy. Yes, they are.
Yeah. So and the education about what to look for is part of that?
That is a part of it. As we do our change of occupancy assessments, we walk through with BBC's leasing agents, and as we do, it's a walk and talk training process for the resident as well. So they understand the expectations in the home. They understand if there are minor issues, how to put a work order in so that they can get that problem fixed or that issue addressed. And then it's education when we go to every single assessment to look at the quality of the work that's done, and so they understand their responsibility as residents as well. Changing filters, changing light bulbs, and general conditions and maintenance of the home is the resident's responsibility. So we want to educate them to know what they're responsible for, and then if they have issues, again, we're here to assist them, so we want to make sure that we afford them all the contact information they need to do that. So it is a process every time.
So if you're living, let's say, for example, you're a soldier living in the barracks, and you have a light bulb that goes out. If you don't know how to change a light bulb,
it's very simple, because they do have a work order process that they'll address every issue if they want. It'll be a call-in, and the call-in numbers, of course, are the best way to tell everybody to do is to go to the Fort Stewart app. The Fort Stewart-Hunter app has a tag right there that you can reach right out and submit a work order. If you don't want to do that, you can call the work order desk. That's 767-2883. Either way, they'll either come out and address the work order, or they'll tell the resident or the barracks person that they can go to self-help and get a light bulb. Or they'll come and help them put the light bulb in and show them, so it's an education process. So next time, that soldier in the barracks can change his own light bulb.
Outstanding. Okay, so that's phone numbers again is 767?
Yeah, the service work order number is 767-2883. And if you go on, of course, the Fort Stewart website, you'll see this Fort Stewart-Hunter Airfield app, or you can go to your apps on your phone and search for it and find it. It's a free app, and it'll help you do a lot of things for as far as your barracks or your home or general information just about the Fort Stewart community.
That's outstanding. You've been doing a great job. Cheryl, y'all have been pretty busy as well. You're new to the position, correct?
Yes, sir. I served as the community manager up at Hunter Army Airfield for about the last year and a half and transitioned down here to Fort Stewart in April of this year. We're excited about the changes and processes that we've got going on here on the Belfer Beatty side here at Fort Stewart Family Homes. You know, our goal is to have a safe, quality home for all service members. So we've made some exciting improvements to our service model, including adding new employees, enhancements to our technology, as well as an increased focus with our team on delivering that world-class service.
Outstanding. About how many new employees do you have now?
We've added additional maintenance team members, as well as 2 new positions that we're excited about. The first new position is the quality control specialist. This person is responsible for inspecting the work done on all life, health, safety related work orders. His name is Robert Carlisle, and he's been with our team since about June of this year, and he's been a real great addition to ensuring that we've done the work to the resident satisfaction. The other new position to our team is the resident engagement specialist. Stephen Carter, he's been with our team since April, and he works directly with residents to make sure they get answers to all the questions and help residents navigate resources available to them to make sure they have a great living experience in housing. This can include providing information on the local area, answering questions about various aspects of their home, and anything else. He's really a wealth of knowledge. Stephen very much is like a resident concierge, and he's done a great job getting to know our residents and is becoming a go-to resource.
So right now, y'all, besides those resources, y'all also work hand in hand with the DPW Housing people, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we partner with them to go to any residents' homes where residents maybe are not satisfied with the work that was done, or they need some additional follow-up, as well as on all the change of occupancies.
Well, it seems like very busy, and you've got a lot on your plate. Y'all have some technology to help you bring that all together?
Yeah, what we're really talking about is our resident portal, which provides residents with online access to our community. Now, this has been developing and just really getting more advanced throughout this year. The portal basically allows residents to manage a variety of housing needs from their computer or mobile device, including submitting and tracking work orders, viewing announcements and upcoming events, communicating with our team, and accessing policies and forms for our community. While the resident portal can be accessed online through our website, fortstewartfamilyhomes.com, it can also be accessed on an app called Rent Cafe. Now, this is available on the App Store or Google Play. We're really excited about the technology with the Rent Cafe app. So much success with that app now that we're going to be implementing the new process beginning October 1, where residents will be able to enter all their routine work orders strictly through that app or that website to streamline the work order process and allow residents to actively track their work orders.
And that website that you have, we also have some links to it, I think, on the Fort Stewart website.
Correct.
Doug, do y'all also have some information on the website?
We do. We have established 3 different links for housing, for our barracks. So the availability there is for everything. So anything that an individual wants to know about housing is accessible. We try to use the latest innovations in technology because we know that's the way our residents are work now. They use social media, so we want to make sure it's available through the social media networks that we have, and it works very well.
Both of y'all have some very involved community members. Do y'all have anybody or any processes or any programs you'd like to highlight, to shout out to?
Well, I'd like to say one thing that this is, Cheryl mentioned earlier, partnership. This is all about partnership. We do a bi-weekly meeting where we sit down together as a team to see how we can improve our processes. It's growing and working all the time. It's very challenging. And once you get to know people and get to know how to work together, it makes a lot better effort to make sure that we do achieve the goal of making quality housing for everyone. So I think we've done an excellent job with that.
That's excellent. How about yourself?
Yeah, I would also like to highlight the Mayor program. I know that's continuing to become more developed here at Fort Stewart. The Mayor program at Hunter was very successful, and it allowed us to just have that other go-between between the residents and us. As housing allowed us to really get in and resolve issues that maybe we didn't know were there, or talk about different things that we could do in the neighborhood to improve everyone's quality of living. So those are another program that I really appreciate and excited for here at Fort Stewart.
Okay, before we close, I want to make sure that if people have questions, or questions or want to report an issue, who would they call?
Well, we have several different steps. We do have posted on, BBC has it posted on their website. We have it posted on our housing sites as well. How can we help? And it's basically a 3-step process. The first step, of course, is identify the issue and contact the management or individuals at BBC that can help. The numbers are posted there for that as well. And if that doesn't work, then it goes up to the community management level so that we can make sure we have the next step. And then finally, if that doesn't work, we have a resident liaison here for RCI. And there's a number, of course, for Fort Stewart and Hunter for both of those. And if all else fails, then the final thing that we do is we do have a hotline number that goes directly to a hotline that will address the residents' concern in a most expeditious way. But we tell everybody to do this. Start at the lowest level. Everybody here is trying to do the right thing and help people. So follow the process. If you follow the process, we guarantee you they'll get good results.
And Cheryl, any
Yeah, the one last thing I'll just add to that too is what really helps me as the community manager is hearing back from our residents via the surveys that they receive. They get a satisfaction survey after every completed work order and after every new move-in experience. So that way we can know what it is we are doing right and where we can improve. That brings us to another CEL survey that will be going on in November of this year. So if you did not participate or you missed out at the beginning of the year, please take that opportunity to fill out that survey, because I promise you that I read every single comment, I look at every single score, because I want to improve the living situation for all families living here at Fort Stewart Family Homes.
All right. Well, that's our program for today. And what we'll do is we'll post those phone numbers on our website, wherever this podcast is housed. And we encourage everybody to get involved, learn a little bit about your housing initiatives, and check out our website at home.army.mil/Stewart. The podcast will also be made available for your cell phone at the Fort Stewart web app, downloadable on iTunes or Google Play.